I'm Laura Bartow from Studio One Stampers. Welcome to week 8 in my series of the 12 weeks of Christmas. Today I want to show you how to make this adorable detailed Santa tea light. It features the detailed Santa framelits and this gorgeous stitched edge ribbon. Well, let's get started. I am so excited to show you how to make this paper tea light holder. It is so cute, and here's a glass square piece that goes right inside with the tea light. Won't that be absolutely fabulous for decorating this Christmas? So let me show you how we're going to do that. The first thing we need to do is we need 2 pieces of board, and what I've used is the pieces that come on the back of our designer series paper, and I've cut that down to 6 by 8 3/4, and I've scored at 4 1/4, 8 1/2, and then 4 3/4 in this direction. So here's my piece. The next thing I want to do is I want to get rid of this little corner here. We don't need that at all. And I'm going to cut this off at a bit more of an angle just so that that corner doesn't get in my way. I'm also going to snip up to the score line here because this is the bottom of my box. Then what I need to do is I need to use the bone folder and really crease these well before I start sending these through the Big Shot. So I've got that creased really well. I've got this little piece here. This is my little glue tab. I'm going to get that creased really well, and then I'm also going to get this creased here. It works really well to do this ahead of time because sometimes in these weaker places where it's been cut out, it'll start to fold there and ruin your project. So now my piece is ready to go into the Big Shot. I'll be using the detailed Santa frame thinlits, and this is what this section looks like, and this is the piece that we're going to be using today. The platform layering that I'm going to be using is this, first of all, is this, the 2 parts that come with your Big Shot now. It's the Big Shot platform and the thin die adapter, so those will be stacked up as well. And then on top of that is the precision base plate. This is what it looks like in the catalog when they show you a picture, but actually this side is the cutting surface, so that's really important to know. All right, so let's bring the Big Shot in here and start showing you how to make this project. So here's my Big Shot all ready to go with my precision base plate all lined up. What I have here is I have a piece that I've already done one of the images in, so I'm going to show you how to put the second image in. I'm going to lay it here sideways, and this is 6 inches, so that's as wide as we can fit in the Big Shot. I have a piece of wax paper that's going to go on here. That is really going to help me have the little pieces come out of this die really easily. So I'm going to lay this down, and I want to center it between the 2 score lines. Now, sometimes knowing what to do at the top or exactly where to be is difficult, so I made this little template for myself, and when I did this one, I used it from that distance, and here again I'm going to use it from that distance as well. So I've got that pretty well lined up. I'm going to just get rid of that because that's just my little measuring piece. And then I'm going to put my top plate on very carefully so as to not move my thinlet at all. And then I'm going to send it through the Big Shot. So here we go. I'm going to go through a couple of times. It's pretty tight, which is good. That means it's cutting really well. I'm going to come back, and then I'm going to do that same thing one more time because I really want a great, great cut on this little piece. All right, well, let's see how it looks. It's kind of magical when it comes out. So let's see. Oh, I don't know if you can see, but this is a fabulous cut. That has cut so beautifully. So I'm going to move the Big Shot out of the way because we're all done with that. And I'm going to use my paper piercing tool to pick out these pieces. I can use my die brush as well, but I want to save this little Santa hat piece. That's really important for our project. The rest of these pieces can just be poked out at any old time, and I'm not going to take time to really get them all out for you, I don't think, but I want to just tell you a couple of things. This little area right here tends to stick in my die, so I like to poke that out. I like to poke out some of the tips of these curls because they tend to get pulled and distorted also. So I've got some of those pointed out, taken out. So then what I can do at this point is just really lift this up. If I feel that it's sticking in one direction or another, then I'm going to go ahead and poke it some more. But you'll be able to feel it if it's really coming out or if it's sticking somewhere. I think it's going pretty well. I think there's one spot right up here in the glasses this time. Sometimes it's different. That needs just a little more poking. So I don't want to rip anything, so I want to make sure that this all comes out beautifully. And here it comes. There we go. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? And then I can just poke out all these other little pieces. But that will take time, so I'm not going to worry about that. You know how to do that. So what I want to show you next is what to do with that little piece that I saved from the hat. And here it is. That's a little white piece I saved from the hat. I also earlier went ahead and ran the die again with a small piece of red that's going to fit into here like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put that little piece of red in there, and then I'm going to put the white piece back in also after I put some glue on it. So I'll put a little bit of glue on this red piece. I'm going to put the white piece back in, and you'll see in a second why I'm going to all this trouble. And then I have what I call a band-aid or a bridge. And this piece is going to go, and it's going to keep that hat that I cut out from coming out. So I've put that in there as well. All right, so that piece is ready to go. Isn't that so cute with the little red hat in there? So the next thing to do is to color in the eyes. And I've brought in a tempting turquoise marker and a Project Life black pen. So let me just draw in these eyeballs, and then let's give him some pupils. There we go. Oh, Santa, so fun to see you. All right, he's coming alive right now. All right, so now this is ready to, so I'll do this to all four sides. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my two sides and I'm going to put glue just on this piece and on the other piece that I would have. If this were cut out, I would put the glue here as well and glue it so that these pieces are even at the top, and really put the pressure on here to keep that secure. Okay, so I already have one that is nice and dry and ready to go. So that's what this one looks like. Isn't that great? All ready to go. And this one, you can see here's my joint. I also want to take it and fold it this way to make certain that these other corners are just really nice and square. I'm going to go ahead and fold the bottom in here, and I've cut out two pieces of 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 board that I'm going to use to put on here, and that's going to secure my bottom. And you can see that I'm nice and square, and that's really nice. So that's drying there as well. And while that's drying, oh, just so impatient. I'm also going to put one more on the inside. So I'm just going to put one more square on the inside just to give this a little more strength so that when it's holding the glassware, it's just a little bit stronger. So there we go. And as you can see, we just take this beautiful stitched ribbon, tie it around the bottom, and there you go. Well, enjoy. I hope you love this project for Christmas.